I once wrote you a poem you didn't deserve. I wrote you a poem now I wish you hadn't heard, because you broke her, that poet, she who loved you more than her words. And there was a time when you and I were sublimely in love, when I was captivated by even your flaws, never thinking they could have been the cause of this mess, but I'm not looking for no applause now that we're done. I'm not taking a bow. I'm just rather pissed that I used so many words, yet you broke every vow you ever made to me. But that's okay, really. It was silly of me to expect sincerity. So fuck your spineless immaturity. Those were my words. And they came from a place deep within, a place thick with soul for someone whose skin was so thin. And you will never understand what it was like to have scratched and scribbled 3 drafts to that poem while you sat there and laughed in delight at me, trying to articulate all the ecstasy, painting poetic pictures of what would become a reckless tragedy. I wrote you a poem full of pale naivety. And to be honest, why yes, honesty is a thing. I now believe that I shouldn't have worn my heart on my sleeve, because it only made it easier for you to take hold of my arm and rip the fabric to shreds. Now sit back and watch me as I shed my former skin. Marvel at how gracefully my suit, blistered and scarred, drops to the ground as I slip into something a bit more profound in its protection of the shiny glass that comprises my soul. So keep watch and behold. Let the beauty unfold. I wrote you a poem that I didn't think I'd regret, but I know that same poem you will never forget. And I know that from time to time you'll find the words replaying in your mind, twist, pull back, and rewind some of those memories until they are no longer the salt in your wounds, just a constant dull ache at the back of your head. But you'll learn to love the words that you read, because the difference between us is that I actually meant every word that I said. And yes, I did lose some sleep, but I guess I'll make up for that when I'm dead. I wrote you a poem, a lengthy letter of passion. Passion, a language I realize now was completely foreign to you, which is why you never spoke much and why I couldn't get through. But tell me now with your little words, baby boy, please do. Does it irk you having given up the one girl that could love you without a single reason to? I once wrote you a poem, and it was much longer than this. I guess all the love I had to give far outweighed all of this pain. But I wrote you a poem, now wear my words like a stain. And I promise you this, because my promises keep, that she won't ever write you a poem quite like the one I did.